In this video, we are going to put a link to a document in your email signature. For this particular video, I'm going to use the Texas Real Estate Commission's information about brokerage services. We're going to put a link to that right in your email signature. And for this video, I'm going to be using Outlook as the email tool. I'm going to do a different video to show how it's done in Gmail. If you're in Yahoo, it's probably very similar to one of these two. First of all, fill out your information about brokerage services or whatever document it is that you're wanting to share. In Texas, this is an important document for agents here. In other states, it may be something else. So here I have my information about brokerage services for the state of Texas, and you can see it's got my broker's information, my immediate supervisor's information, and my contact information. The first thing we have to do is find a place on the internet from which to share this document. You could make it an attachment that goes out on every email, but then you're sending a lot of files unnecessarily to other people and filling up their inbox and filling up your inbox. When you send an email, it stays in your sent folder, and every time you attach a file to that, that stays in your sent folder. It eventually fills it up. So we're going to do this a different way by putting a link in it. That way it's not filling up your email inbox and other people's email inboxes. Fortunately for us, Outlook through Microsoft OneDrive, Outlook has OneDrive when you have an Outlook account. Outlook has a place for us to store that on the internet from which we can share it publicly. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to our 9 box up in the corner, and we are going to click on OneDrive. I forgot to say, but you probably already figured it out, that I was in my Outlook.com email inbox. So I was starting there. I clicked the 9 box up in the upper left corner and opened up Microsoft OneDrive. Here I am in OneDrive. I'm going to click on My Files. This has all of my folders and files. The first thing I need to do is I need to upload my information about brokerage services document. And I'm going to make a folder to put that in. You don't have to do this. You can just put it right in the OneDrive in the base folder, but I'm going to say create folder, and I'm going to name this shared documents. That way, if I have other documents that I need to provide public shares to, make a document or a link to a vendor document or something like that, I have a folder completely set up just for that purpose, for shared documents. You notice I also put an underscore at the front of that. The reason this is I like to put an underscore in front of folders that I'm going to use frequently. That underscore sorts alphabetically to the top before any actual letters, alphabet letters or numbers. So it sorts to the top, that way it's at the top of my list of folders. All right, now we have my shared documents folder. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to upload a file. I'm just going to go out to my hard drive. I'm not going to take you through all that. I'm going to go to my hard drive and upload my information about brokerage services file from my PDF from my computer. All right, here we are in my shared documents folder. I have just uploaded my information about brokerage services file. And you see over here in this column where it says sharing, it shows to be private. That means only I have access to this. But because I want to put this in my email signature and I could send that email to potentially anyone, a client, a vendor, a title company, I need this to be a public link. So I'm going to click on private. And we get the manage access window. It says right here, this file has not been shared with anyone yet. We need to change that. We need to share it publicly. So I'm going to click this link where it says share. Right here it says anyone with the link can edit. I don't want that. I don't want people editing this file. I only want people to be able to view it. So I'm going to click this link. Right here under more settings, it says can edit. No editing. They don't need to be able to edit this file. They just need to be able to view it. So I clicked on the option for can view, and here it says anyone. Does not require a sign in. That's exactly what we want. We don't want anyone to have to sign in to get this document. And I will click apply. And now it says anyone with the link can view. That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to click copy link. We're now back in my Microsoft OneDrive folder, and we have the file shared. And you can see right here under sharing, instead of private, it now says shared. Now we need, and we already have that link copied to our clipboard. So now we're going to go over to our Microsoft Outlook, and we're going to set up our email signature. We'll click on the Microsoft Outlook tab. First, let's click a new email and let you see what the new email looks like. So if I click new email or new mail, here's my signature. It's got my name, it's got my picture in it, it's got my brokerage in it, but it does not have my information about brokerage services or any other documents linked. So now I want to go add those. I'm going to delete that email, and let's go over here to our settings, and we're going to go to account and then signatures. Here I have my signature. So what I want to do is go right up above my name, and I'm going to type in Texas Real Estate Commission information about brokerage services. Now I've got my title. This is how I want my information about brokerage services document to be labeled. If I had a different document in there, let's say the consumer protection notice, I would type in consumer protection notice. I should probably put Texas Real Estate Commission there also. I can put a link to that. In fact, I'll do that here in just a second. I'll put a link to that document as well. So now what I want to do is I want to come in, highlight my Texas Real Estate Commission information about brokerage services. That's the text that I want to link to my information about brokerage services PDF. And now I'll click on the insert link button. It says display the text as. That's exactly how I want the text displayed. And now I'm going to click Control V, which links my information about brokerage services that I uploaded to my Microsoft OneDrive folder. And you can see right there it says onedrv.ms. That's Microsoft's domain for their OneDrive. I'm going to click OK. And now if I click off that text, you see it's got a hyperlink on it. It is now linked to my information about brokerage services document. I'm going ahead and click Save now. But now I'm going to go and I'm going to go get a link to the Texas Real Estate Commission's Consumer Protection Notice. I'm just going to open up another tab and I'm going to search for Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice. I'm just going to search for that phrase. And here it is. The Consumer Protection Notice from TREC does not have any of your personal information on it, so you can share that link directly. So now I have that PDF open from the Texas Real Estate Commission. I'm just going to highlight that link. I'm going to hit Control-C to copy that to my clipboard. I'm going to go back to my signature. So this is my Microsoft Outlook. And I'm going to highlight this text, just Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice. I'm going to go back and click on the Insert Link button. And now I'm going to hit Control-V and paste in the URL to the Texas Real Estate Commission's Consumer Protection Notice. And you can see right here, the URL starts with www.trec.texas.gov. And I'm going to click OK. And now we have a hyperlink on both of those. So let's save this. And let's go send an email. I'm going to click New Mail in Outlook. And here it is. My signature is ready to go, and it has two hyperlinks at the top of the signature, one to my information about brokerage services document and one to my Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice. Not mine, but the Texas Real Estate Commission Consumer Protection Notice. So I'm going to send this to a test email account just so we can see what it looks like. I'm just going to send this email to a test email account, and then we'll go take a look at it in that test account. I have it written. I'm going to click send, and it's out the door. Let's go take a look. Here we are in my test email account. You got my email. It's to me, and I'm going to click on my information about brokerage services link, and this is going to pull up Tracy's personalized information about brokerage services that I have publicly shared and linked into my email signature. And there you go. There's my information about brokerage services. Let's go back to my test email account and let's click on my consumer protection notice. And the same thing happens. I'm able to pull up my consumer protection notice. You don't have to store it in your Outlook.com or your Outlook OneDrive account. You could store your IABS or the consumer protection notice anywhere you wanted to. Just since you're using Outlook, it's very easy to store things in Microsoft OneDrive. I hope this helps.